And when you look back over those 15 years, you interviewed nearly everyone you can ever think of wanting to interview. But is there anything that stands out for you as particularly memorable?
Well, there were definitely some highlights. I think when I was interviewing Barbara Bush about the anniversary of the White House, and I had to memorize all these things like the Dolly Madison tea set and different furniture that was in different rooms, because, you know, it was an interview with the First Lady about sort of the decor and the history of the White House. And that was in the early 90s, and that's when President Bush walked in, and I had no idea he was even in town. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was so focused on the, what do you call those, ball and claw feet of the chairs, and that I didn't even consider that. And he walked in, I heard Ranger like kind of coming first, and I was like, oh no, is this the president? Because I hadn't prepared any questions for him, which was so stupid of me. But he came in, and suddenly I was like, hi, and I had to just sort of go for it and ask question after question, just fly by the seat of my pants. And it was about a 19-minute interview. And I remember thinking, oh God, I'm gonna run out of questions. I'm gonna start asking him what his favorite food is in the White House and all this stuff that nobody cared about. But somehow, you know, I talked to him about Iran-Contra. I talked to him about Bill Clinton because it was an election year. And you know, it was such a high doing that interview because Marlon Fitzwater came in, and I said, oh, here's Marlon. He's already pulled out what's left of his hair or something like that. And it was just a very satisfying experience, and I got a lot of kudos for that because I think, you know, anybody can really read questions from a page and go down the list, but it's hard to kind of extemporaneously ask questions that need to be asked, especially if you haven't prepared them. So I think that was sort of a coming of age moment for me. Tom Shales wrote a really nice column in the Washington Post, which is my hometown paper, which was so exciting for me. And so that's a moment.